Securing Champions League football has now changed everything. Look at the reaction today. Everyone celebrated qualification like it was a trophy. The directors, the owners, the manager, the staff, the players, the subs, everyone at the football club celebrated like this was lifting a trophy. And for this young team, it kind of is like lifting a trophy because this is the first real thing that they've had to celebrate since a lot of these guys signed for us over these last few years. Remember, we have the youngest average age squads in the whole league. Guys like Tosin and Sanchez are the seniors at 27 years old. Let that sink in, yeah. And with this year, this raw, improving Chelsea squad just secured a fourth place finish and their return back to European elites. This changes everything now. And these are the 4 reasons as to why. Overnight, we financially transformed our situation. The doors are finally open to bigger and better sponsorship opportunities. And if anything, the club will feel that their long-term strategy of holding out for waiting to secure maximum dollars, maximum pounds, whatever currency you want to use, was the best strategy. And that also reflects the long-term strategy in which they view the entirety of this football club. At the time, we held up for offers of around 60 million a year for a front and shirt sponsor. The best we could secure was around 40 million. But I'm going to give you guys a pretty crude example to keep things very brief and easy to understand. Let's say that over 3 years, we agreed on reduced terms of 40 million. We'd earn around 120 million over 3 years. However, if we held out for 60 million, got 0 in the first year, but 60 million over 2 years, well, do the math, you've just earned 120 million over 2 years instead of 3. And when you apply this principle to how long front and shirt sponsor deals tend to last, which is around 10 years, finally, things are looking brighter, things are looking rosier. On top of that, there's been many opportunities we missed out on. The long, fabled deal to become part of the Jordan brand, this finally has legs. Something can finally grow from that because we match the criteria and strategy for the Jordan brand. A big club in the heart of London, one of the major cities in the world, on the biggest stage of football. It's a match made in heaven. And there's a reason why they held out and waited instead of going with Tottenham or Arsenal last year. But things get even more attractive because we can also offer Club World Cup football, becoming doubly attractive. But the finances don't just apply to the club's earnings, it applies to the players, because when we miss out on CL football, there was clauses in their contract, meaning they earn reduced money and wages. So this is going to be a very nice summer for the whole squad. No more cap salaries, that's lifted now. More money, more leverage. And with UCL qualification, it eases FFP and PSR regulations and pressures. We're now finally able to earn from TV money from participating in Europe. Matchday gate tickets go up even more now. We get competition money depending on how far we get into the Champions League. Our coefficient boosts, which is going to help us long term in the future. The value of our squad increases as well, which means that we can sell players for more money this summer. And I guess it's an early proof of concept that if you back this model that Clearlake have implemented here, you are going to get validated in the long term. The second major thing though is our transfer strategy has now gone up here. Let's not lie, the whole recruitment strategy this summer has been ever reliant on Champions League qualification. All the talks of monitoring this, considering that, contacts for this man, talks with that man, they can go out the door now. Stuart, Winsley, it's time to start blocking numbers. It's time to start deleting contacts. There's certain agents you don't have to talk to anymore because certain conversations for certain players that we don't have to look at now that we have Champions League football, means that we can now put them to the sides, ignore them, and use this time wisely right now to target the marquee buys and the marquee players. The wage bill is more flexible now. We are more attractive as a proposition for top players because we can offer Champions League football. I've said this, I'll say it again. It's great that we have Champions League, But this is a poison chalice because now things have got 10 times harder for us. Our squad today, as it is right now, would not be good enough already to maintain Champions League midweek and then coming back to Prem duties. We aren't there. We're in the Champions League and we're not in it to participate for banner, for fun. It's not a participation trophy. Chelsea Football Club have won the CL twice in their history. Every single time we find ourselves in this competition, we are one of the clubs that can go all the way to win the whole thing. That is the level of ambition that we must see. They're the standards that we have rightfully been allowed to set for ourselves. It's not going to change anytime soon. And the only way now to maintain those standards is to buy higher standards. Higher standards complements and elevates what we already have. And I think for the main two positions, we want to see marquee guys in right now. It's up front and it's on the left wing. That means no more plan Bs or C players now. We target our plan As. So that means goodbye Dela, and that should mean hello Osimhen, hello Gyökeres, hello Sechko. It should mean hello Rodrygo, or even Rafael Leao. The wage bill can be stretched now. Of course, we can fine-tune it by getting rid of the high-earning players and your Kepas, Sterlings, Ben Chilwells, and Nkunkus, but this will be the summer where all of them are finally set to go. As Todd Bowley said a few weeks ago, this is the final window of investment. This has been part of their long-term master plan. So if this is going to be the final window of big boy spending, we need to go out with a bang. And we have to use this window like it's the last window in our club's history by finally securing and plugging every single hole in this squad right now. The third reason, there feels like there's been a shift in the fan base. Could be cynical, saying fans only sing when they win. I get that. But we can't forget the investment financially, emotionally, and time-wise that it takes to support your football club. After all the spending, all the signs of hope and promise, it's very easy to understand why many fans might have lost their motivations, might have lost their faith in what's happening at the football club. We haven't seen many signs of success or results that this new way of building towards success, this new model that's been implemented by Clearlake is guaranteed to lead to success. But today, after finally securing CL football with the youngest average age squad in the entire league, guys that have only been here for up to 2 years, this rightfully is a monumental achievement. And this can get even better if these young guys can go on Wednesday, beat Real Betis and secure the Conference League. There's been much talks of no identity, no belief, no this, no that. But for the first time, we've seen core principles and ideas used throughout the start of the season right to the end, actually producing the goods and showing some real tangible evidence that something can happen here. Today, I think everyone has finally believed and seen that this project really has legs, and Chelsea fans can now believe again in something real. And for the final reason, our stars rightfully get to show their game at the highest stage. I'm sorry, these players deserve Champions League football. Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, Moises, Caicedo, Levi Colwill, Cucurella. These are winners. These are world-class talents, players that should be at the highest stage. They would have seen the Hollywood Nights. They know the scripts that only Champions League football can write, and they want to be part of those scripts. They want to mount their legacy, and their legacy will never feel complete until they are performing at the highest level, competing for the highest honors. Now we're in the Champions League. This will be their first proper taster as a new squad and team together, and their ambitions will simply be they want to win the Champions League at Chelsea Football Club. Securing Champions League just adds more levity to the long-term structure with the players, long-term stability with these guys, as they will now feel like this project that was once sold to them is now a real thing. Today, they showcase a performance that told everyone that we're not just these youngers that play pretty and play open. We can play dirty, we can play defensive, we can play to secure results, and we can win. Right now, They know that one of the hottest clubs in world football at the moment, one of the most exciting clubs with the biggest upside out of anyone right now, and today has just cemented that and proved that tenfold. So my friends, it's not cap, it's not gas, but today, securing Champions League qualification has really changed everything at this football club. We've all felt this, we've all known this low-key in the back of our minds. It's now a real thing now. No more speculation, no more hypothesis, no more theory. This is a real thing, man. Securing Champions League football today has changed everything at Chelsea Football Club.